Hi friends, I'm here with a yoga offering. As always, please go at your own pace, rest whenever you need to. Feel free to skip things or change things if they're not working for you today. Let's begin on our backs. You can come into a symmetrical, relaxed position. Go ahead and spread out. Either close your eyes or take a soft gaze up towards the ceiling. Start to slow down your breath. And anytime you notice your mind has wandered onto something else, or you've checked out, or are overthinking, just as soon as you notice, invite yourself back. Coming right back to what you're doing right now, feeling where you are, feeling this breath. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you throughout your practice. Let's begin by sliding arms overhead and stretching out long through your arms and legs. Reach through your fingers and your toes. Interlace your fingers, press out through your palms, flex your feet. Reaching through the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. And then release. And bring your right knee to your chest. Give that knee a good squeeze in, maybe a little jiggle or rock. And then straighten the right leg up towards the ceiling, holding somewhere behind your leg. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times one way. Couple times the other way. Bend your knee in, open your knee out to the right, and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of the left leg. And then release, bend your knee, bring it across for a spinal twist. Open out through your right arm. Let your knee and shoulder reach away from one another. Feel free to move or experiment within each shape, finding what's interesting, what's useful for your body now. Staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal, right arm on a high diagonal, letting fingers and toes reach away from one another. And then roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. Take a little circle or rock, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor. And then grab hold of just the left knee. Drop the right leg long. Squeeze this knee in. And then straighten this leg up. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times one way. A couple times the other way. Bend your knee in. Open your knee out to the left. And then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of the right leg. And then release, bend your knee, take it across, spinal twist, first with a bent knee. And then try straightening the left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal. Release, roll back onto your back, bring both knees in, a little circle or rock. And then drop your feet to the floor, getting set up for a little core work. Start by drawing the belly in, press the lower back down, interlace your fingers behind your head. Exhale, lift head and chest up. Inhale, release down. Exhale up, inhale down. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Let's take two more. Last one. Release down. Bring your right knee in and your left elbow across so they come towards one another. And then stretch really long. Knee in, reach long. Knee in, reach long, in, and long. Let's take one more. And then switch, knee in, stretch long, knee in, stretch long, knee in, stretch long. One more. Now send both legs up to the ceiling. Let's outwardly rotate the legs and bring one leg in front of the other and switch back and forth quickly. As you quickly switch the legs, slowly lower your legs towards the floor. When it gets difficult to keep the lower back on the floor, head back up. Lowering and lifting slowly, quick little switches, straight long legs, very active. But can you relax your face, neck, shoulders while you do this? One more, lower and lift. And then release. Bring your knees in, take a little circle or rock. Let's make our way up to sitting. And then come all the way forward into a plank pose on the forearms. So we're going to set the forearms parallel with one another, shoulders right above the elbows, step the feet back, so the whole body is in a straight line from your head through your hips to your heels. Try not to lift the hips up or let them sag, everything in one line. If you need to make this easier, you can drop your knees to the floor and then make it a straight line from your head through your hips to your knees. Keep engaging the belly, drawing it in and up, supporting your back. Keep relaxing the face. And then drop the knees and take the hips back. Child's pose. Letting go here. Let's come back up and we'll come onto one forearm and come into a side plank on the forearms. So the legs can be stacked one on top of the other. If you need a little help with balancing, you can also put one foot in front of the other. Opposite arm can be up or at the hip. Strong core. Shoulders away from the ears, face relaxed. One more breath here. Same thing other side. Nice deep, slow breath. Even though it's a very powerful pose, can you find ease? Last breath. Let's make our way back to child's pose. This time in child's pose with arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left and then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. And then back to center. Let's come up through table and into a downward facing dog. And you might pedal out your feet here, bending one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor. Waking up the backs of the legs. And then walk your hands and feet towards one another. And let's hang in ragdoll. Feet hip width apart. Parallel. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. You might take a sway or shake out. Letting the upper body release, letting the weight of your head hang. Bend your knees a little more and slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. Step up to the front of the mat, coming into mountain pose, Tadasana. We'll take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen partway up. Step or hop your feet back, coming through high push-up. Lower down, chaturanga. Come into your back bend. This could be low or high, cobra or up dog. And then back to down dog. Let's take 5 deep breaths in down dog, or feel free to come back to child's pose or sitting or onto your forearms or knees, any neutral shape. Last deep breath in and out. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back. Lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, take your right leg up. Bend your knee in and start circling this bent right knee. Making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. And then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. And right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge. Arms up. Settle in. Grab the left wrist. Take it across. Come over to the other side. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Lift your chest. Release, arms up. Tip forward, standing splits. Hands to the floor or to blocks. We'll do this with hips square and with the upper body letting go. Last breath. Step back. Warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Sink low. Deep bend in the front leg, straight long back leg. Last breath. Release, make your way to down dog. You might take a vinyasa. You might just step back. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. And then bring the left knee towards left upper arm. Send it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Reach it up and back. And right towards the center of your chest. Send it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge. Arms up. Sink low. Grab the right wrist. Take it across. Come over to the other side. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Other thumb on top this time, though we don't normally cross. Release, arms up. Tip forward. Standing splits. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. One more breath. Release. Make your way to down dog. And then settle into a good resting pose. More important than the shape you choose, coming back to this quality of presence, of ease. Fully feeling what's right here and letting it be just like this. Last deep breath in and out. And come back through down dog. And step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's bend the knees and come into chair, Utkatasana. Hips sink low, head reaches high, shoulders drop low, fingers reach high. Last breath. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra, and back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three. Feel free to modify this or adjust this in any way you need to. You can choose the angle of your upper body, your arm position. Supporting leg can be bent or straight. Last breath here. Step back, warrior one. Just one breath and then make your way to down dog through any movement transition. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge, arms up. Warrior three. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. And make your way to down dog or any other resting pose. Letting go. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog. And step or hop your feet forward, inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up, inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. From down dog, right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3, 1 breath. Step back. Warrior 1. From here, let's take eagle arms. Right elbow on top. Lift the elbows. Lift the chest. Sink the hips. And then lean forward, come onto the toes of that back foot, and step into eagle, Garudasana. Knee on top of knee. You might try and hook your foot around your calf. If it doesn't reach, just hug it in close. One more breath here. Unwind, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Feel free to use a block for your bottom hand or bend your bottom leg. Going towards straight long lines. From one arm to the other, from your back leg to your torso, past the top of the head. Last breath here. Release. Make your way to down dog. If you want to take a few handstand swings on your way, you're welcome to. These are optional, just like everything else. You can do as many or few as you like, including none. Eventually finding your way to down dog. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3. Step back, warrior 1. And then eagle arms, left elbow on top. Lifting the heart. And then shift your weight forward, come onto the toes of that back foot, and step into eagle, Garudasana. Feeling the strong pose, but finding ease. Relaxing your face, keeping the breath slow. Last breath here. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Modify or adjust how you need to. We're not trying to force our bodies into shapes they don't make, but using each pose and the directions in that pose to go to our own edges, whatever that is right now for you. It shouldn't be otherwise. Last breath here. Release. Make your way to down dog. Optional handstand swings. You can do as many or few as you like. Eventually finding your way to a good rest. Letting go. Let's come back through down dog. Take the right leg up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Come into a twist. We'll bring either the left elbow to the outside of the right knee Or if you'd prefer, you could extend the arms straight on the inside or outside of the front leg. You're welcome to drop the back knee and do a low lunge. And last breath here. Release hands to the floor or to your blocks. Drop the back knee. Feel free to pat it if you like. If you have a blanket or cushion, want to use that, or you could roll up the side of your mat. I'm going to come back to a hamstring stretch. Flex the front foot, hands right under shoulders as high as you need them. Going towards a flat back, towards folding. If you want to go towards splits, you're also welcome to slide the front heel forward. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. To release, bring both hands to the inside, turn out through the right foot and come down to lizard pose. You might come down to your elbows on blocks or the floor. If you want to add a quad stretch to this, you could try bending the back leg, reaching for it and drawing your foot in. If that doesn't work for you, don't do it. And then release. Make your way to down dog. You might take a vinyasa. There might be some other way you want to move. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Come into a twist here. So taking something similar to what you did on the first side, any variations you took with your back leg or arms. And then release, hands to the floor or to your blocks. Drop the back knee, pat it if you like. And come to your hamstring stretch, and you are working with your body. You're going towards a straight leg, though a bend may be a good idea. Going towards hips square, towards a flat back. Maybe towards that front heel sliding forward. And I'm saying towards specifically because there is nowhere to get. And it can be really a useful practice when the idea that it should feel different, should look different, should be different, to question that. Is that true? Should my body be able to do things it can't do? Of course not. That's impossible. And if we go towards what's tight, there is a good chance it may become less tight, but those results are not guaranteed, and they're usually slow and subtle, and there are many other factors at play like aging and other things. So if we're putting all our eggs in the basket of change and results, there may be disappointment. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. Let's bring both hands to the inside, turn out through the left foot. Coming to lizard pose. So through going towards our limits, of course they may change, that is possible. but we can also acclimate to what it's like to be with ourselves in all the ways it is, not just when we look good and feel good, not just when it's comfortable and familiar, not just when it's stimulating or pleasant, but the whole range. So these poses are meant to stir it up. So whatever this pose is stirring up in you, is it possible to open up to how it is? Notice resistance when it arises and practice letting it go. And that is certainly easier to do in some situations than others. That's why we practice. Let's release, make our way to down dog, however you get there. Might take a vinyasa. There might be some other movement you use to integrate what you've done, even out the two sides. And then come to a good rest, letting all of that go. Let's make our way to sitting. We'll extend the legs out to the side, nice and open, Upavishta Konasana, wide angle pose. If the bowl of your pelvis is tipping backwards, you might put a little lift under it just to help the pelvis be more upright so the spine can be nice and long. You can also use your hands on the floor behind you to do the same thing. Try and have your feet and knees pointing straight up. If they start falling one way or the other, keep bringing them straight up. So we're looking for our maximum stretch. You may be experiencing it sitting upright, in which case just stay there. If you're not at your maximum stretch yet, lean forward until you find it. Could be right away on the hands or elbows, or maybe using props to lean into. Let's walk the upper body back up. If you were folding, bring the hands to the floor behind you, draw the legs in, and give them a little shake out. Let's cross the right leg on top of the left for gomukasana, cow face pose. So try and scoot knee on top of knee. You can either bring the feet out to the sides or back towards your hips. And if this feels really tight, you might sit up on something or do this with a straight bottom leg, either way. Now we're trying to get both sit bones grounded. If your right hip is a little light, try and drop it down. We're going to bring the left elbow across, right hand into a fist, and then press down, pushing your fist into your hand, elbow into the knee, knee into knee, and then hip grounding. You can use this to also get a little twist in, lengthening the spine as you rotate. Come back around to the front. We're going to interlace fingers behind the back, open up the chest, and then fold. And folding might be just dropping your head. If you're able, you could fold over your legs, maybe reaching arms up and back away from you, but you're just going to your edge. Release, come up. Lean back, unwind, and switch the legs. Left leg on top. Trying to get knee on top of knee or going in that direction. Feel free to adjust. Straighten the bottom leg, sit on something. Try and get that left hip grounded. Bring the right elbow across. Left hand into a fist. Pressing down. Keep lengthening as you rotate. Last breath. Release around to the front, interlace fingers behind the back, other thumb on top this time. Open the heart, fold. Whatever amount you're able. And release. Lean back, unwind, and take a little windshield wiper side to side. Let's roll back onto our backs. Bring your knees in. Give the knees a little circle or rock. And just check in with your body. What's needed to wrap up this practice for you? Is there any last pose or stretch or anything you need to do to feel complete? Can take some time. If you want to take some back bends, an inversion, restorative pose, anything or nothing. If nothing's needed, you can just start getting your body and props and clothing sorted for your final resting pose. These last few moments of class are a really good time to give yourself what you need. Hopefully, spending this time getting in your body, feeling around, there's a little bit more open communication. You might be a little more tuned in to what's needed for you. It doesn't have to be anything anyone taught you. I love to remind myself and others that all of this was made up by people. And maybe their bodies were different than our bodies, so we can keep making it up for our own bodies. If you are still doing your active practice, keep your breath deep, keep feeling what you're doing. When you are ready to come into stillness, you can let go of the control of your breath, let go of trying to do anything. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. Let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. And roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. And then use your hands to help you up to sitting. And bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you for your support in all the ways that you do that. Sharing what I'm doing with others is a great way to support me, liking what I'm doing on Facebook, subscribing to my YouTube channel, joining me on Patreon. If you are able to contribute financially, I really appreciate it, and you're not only supporting me, but subsidizing this for others who are enjoying them and can't contribute financially. I feel really good about offering these freely, and your support matters to me and others, so thank you so much.